I want to look at verses 19 through 26 today as talking about the sacrifices that they were being called to make and how the first fruits were demanded by God. The firstborn, the first of the harvest. It's all very important. Look at verse 19. The firstborn of every animal belongs to me, including the firstborn males from your herds of cattle and flocks of sheep and goats. A firstborn donkey may be bought back from the Lord by presenting a lamb or young goat in its place. But if you do not buy it back, you must break its neck. However, you must buy back every firstborn son. No one may appear before me without an offering. So the firstborn of everything, including the firstborn sons, were the Lord's, but God gave them a way to buy back those sons. That was the offering that would have been made. Specifically, that offering, there's an offering that was made when the child was circumcised on the 8th day. And it was like a dedication of the child. That's what this offering was. And Mary and Joseph did this with Jesus in Matthew and Luke. So it continues. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but on the 7th day you must stop working, even during the seasons of plowing and harvest. You must celebrate the festival of harvest with the first crop of the wheat harvest and celebrate the festival of the final harvest at the end of the harvest season. 3 times each year, every man in Israel must appear before the sovereign, the Lord, the God of Israel. I will drive out the other nations ahead of you and expand your territory, so no one will covet and conquer your land while you appear before the Lord your God 3 times each year. You must not offer the blood of my sacrificial offerings together with any baked goods containing yeast. And none of the meat of the Passover sacrifice will be kept over until morning, which was the same as what happened in earlier in Exodus at the actual Passover. It says, as you harvest your crops, bring the very best of the first harvest to the house of the Lord your God. And interestingly enough, you must not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. It's always a problem. So this is all about first fruits. See, God did not want people's leftovers. God said, you bring me your first and your best. Don't bring me the middle of the harvest, the end of the harvest. Don't bring me the last lamb born or the last calf. You bring me the first. So it's a way to show God's importance and that God is preeminent and that they are dedicated to the Lord, that you bring God your first, your very best. And that should still come across to us today. When we give, like financially to the church, we give our first fruits and our best. When we give of our time, we give of our time willingly and we give the best of ourselves. We use our time, talents, and abilities and give God priority in the first things. If that be through serving Him through the church, or if that be through ministry and ways that God may allow you to serve even outside the church, maybe one-on-one personally with another individual. However that works, we give our best to God. We give our best to God. We give our best to God's work. And so this idea that started here with the Israelites comes over to us, and it still makes great sense today. Give God your first, give God your best, and you'll be blessed. Have a great day.